All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. Whether it is the morning, afternoon, or evening, we are very excited to be here. I am Peter Hanyon, also known as Mr. Live, and I am joined by the phenomenal Boomy, who is here to be with us to talk to us about blockchain, to talk to us about this very special project that she and I have been working on for a little while. And we want to educate everyone about the importance of getting involved with blockchain and the importance of some of the projects that are offered within this platform. So, Boomy, how are you doing today?
I'm so excited. I can't stand it. I'm so glad that you called me and say, hey, Boomy, let's get together, create some content for the people, and give them some knowledge on blockchain. So I appreciate us being here together.
Definitely, yeah. It's exciting. It's exciting times that we're going through, and I had mentioned to you before we jumped on here, with XRP, and they had that lawsuit that was settled for $125 million instead of them
Wow.
paying $1 billion. I mean,
Mhm.
that is a huge accomplishment for them. That makes XRP not a security anymore. It opens up the window
Yes.
to so many other different cryptocurrencies as well. So we're coming into this space of real world assets,
Hmm.
which is definitely something that people need to grab a little better hold of. They need to understand, more about the concept of fractional real estate and many other things that go into it. And we're going to start to see a lot of things start to be backed by physical assets. And we're going to talk about some of those things today. So exciting times.
Yes, yes. Important concepts. A lot of people don't know much, if anything, about what we're going to talk about today, like blockchain and tokenization, but still listen in because when you start to learn, it can change your world, it can change your future and your finances. And Peter, I'm always like promoting, hey, women, learn about blockchain technology and what's going on there. So whether you're a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. We just love seeing people prosper. So all right, what's that first topic we're going to go into, Peter?
Yeah, first topic, and I'd like to go into is really just, first and foremost, the education that people need to understand about just the basics about blockchain itself and really why it was created. And so, if we go back all the way to 2009, we're talking about cryptography was created with an ability to have a public ledger, which means that anyone could be able to go on and they could verify those transactions. Where in the normal institutional world, you don't have that capability. You can't walk up to a Chase Bank, for example, and say, hey, I'd like to verify my transaction because let's say you have $50,000 in the bank. You don't have $50,000 in the bank because they have to
Correct.
leverage that asset first with their tier one traders, and then after that point, they can come back to you and say, hey, we have all your cash on hand 7 days later if you want to actually take it out. But you can't do that. You can do that rather in a decentralized environment. But in a
Hmm.
centralized environment, you cannot, which is why a lot of people are starting to gravitate towards privacy and are starting to gravitate towards decentralization.
Yes, absolutely. I was it was about 2017 when my father called me and was like, Boomy, you've got to learn about crypto. It's a real technology. Blockchain is changing the world. And even though a lot of people may not know exactly what you're talking about, but when I was listening, I'm like, that's solving real world problems. Everyone knows you put your money in the bank. Hey, it's not really there. Well, where is it? You don't know.
Yeah.
But if it's on the blockchain, you would know because of that transparency where everything is tracked and cannot be changed. It is immutable. So we know that blockchain technology powers cryptocurrency, but there's so many other functions that blockchain has even outside of the crypto world. So it's something to be recognized and understand that it is changing the world but improving the world as well and improving how business is done.
No, 100%. And that's one of the reasons why we're here is to talk about one specific umbrella project, really, which embodies all these other projects that are
Mhm.
involved within. So, what we're going to talk to you about today is a project called Connect United.
Mhm.
And what Connect United is basically a hub for all different projects that all have their own specific purpose. They all have their own specific CEO that's in charge and things of that nature. But it's still done with what's called a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, which basically means the people that are really in charge of all the voting decisions and what happens within the project are those that actually own portions of the project. And in reference to that, we are talking about something called nodes.
Mhm.
So, what nodes are, if you were to compare an Airbnb or something like that, or an Uber doesn't actually physically own cars. Airbnb doesn't physically own hotels. What they do is they rent out these specific spaces to actually allow people to actually stay or to drive with these particular areas. And then by doing that, they create revenue. Well, essentially, what you're doing with a node is you're renting a certain amount of computer space in the cloud, and a bunch of people are all getting together to share that. And in proportion for that, you are being rewarded with certain coins or tokens from one of these specific projects. And each one of these projects has its own utility and driven purpose. And all of them, in their own right, really are phenomenal projects. So,
Oh, they are.
yeah.
They really are. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Did I cut you off?
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no. Go right
But
ahead.
look, I got excited when you said that word utility. And it's
Yeah.
because a lot of people that I know, they had gotten a bad taste in their mouth in reference to the crypto space because they were getting involved in projects that were not real, that did not have real utility, that was just some kind of meme hype coin and full of air, that people just pumped up and a lot of people bought. And then the ones who bought first sold and left the others holding the bag, rug pulls and things of that nature. And so I love that. No, these we are solving real world problems. These are real companies that have decided to get on the blockchain. And if you're really in business, it's about finding a need and filling it, finding a solution to a big problem, and then solving that big problem. And so that's what we have here. And I feel so good that I feel good telling turning my mother, turning my friends, people I know onto it, because it's while crypto does, it all comes with risk, but I feel so safe here because, man, this is a real company. No, we got real, as he said, utility, meaning you take these tokens and you can use them for something. Like our friend Danny actually bought meat with his grow tokens, and with our Rev nodes that are producing rev tokens, we can actually take ride share rides. So yeah, okay, the future value, we're excited about the potential of that. But man, we can actually use our tokens to exchange for sub real services. So I love that.
100% agree with you. I think it's phenomenal the way the utility is being driven. And,
Mm-hmm.
it's just going to take a matter of time before everything really comes into place. But what you have to consider is, do you want to be early into an opportunity where you have the biggest benefit? Or do you want to be late to an opportunity where a lot of people have already come in, a lot of the price has been driven up, a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
rewards are being diminished, and although the value may be more, you're not getting as much in the beginning. So you may have to have a little bit more patience. You may have to have that kind of understanding that, hey, this needs some time to actually be where it needs to be. But if you have the vision, and if you are somebody who understands the purpose driven notion of
Yeah.
these particular projects, at that point in time, it'll click in your head and you'll say, you know what? This is why I need to be on board. This is why I have to tell my friends and my family. This is why I have to tell everybody I know, that
Mhm.
they need to get on board into this project.
Yeah, because I think by now people should have learned that the hype, the get rich quick, where does that leave you? I mean, most people, it leaves them out of 20, 50, $100,000. I have seen it over and over. That's why, as you're saying, this is purpose driven blockchain technology, real revenue producing companies. We've gotten to meet the CEOs and hear their vision and hear their mission, and it is strong and is clear and is serving to the people all over the world. I feel so proud to be a part of this community. And like you said, we want to usher in the adoption of blockchain technology for the average person. We offer a free academy. I love that. For people who are like, I don't know, this is brand new, I have no clue what you're talking about, Boomy and Peter. Well, listen, get with us. We'll help you to create a free account. It's really easy. And there's an academy. Peter, I've paid literally for a community $2,500 for an academy and access to one guy. That this academy is far better. And this academy that we have with Connect costs no money for people. So,
and this academy that we have with Connect isn't even fully done yet.
wow. So guys, get in here, get with us. We'll help you to not only learn, but earn as well. Because as he was talking about those nodes, I was introduced to what nodes were back in 2022. So I had been buying crypto, but never heard of nodes. And then I heard about these nodes. I thought they were saying nose, N-O-S-E. And then I finally learned, well, it's a software. It's performing a vital function of verifying and confirming transactions on the blockchain. And because I own the node, I get rewards every day. I'm like, I like that. So it's like, while I'm sleeping, I'm getting paid rewards. While I'm with my kids, my grandkids, while I'm on the beach, it's like every day, more and more tokens. I love the not just the sound of it, but it's so real because it happens. We look in our wallet and every day we have more the next day than the previous one. So, and people often ask, well, like, can you sell them? Like, can you turn it back to fiat? And what's the answer to that?
The answer to that is yes, you can.
Yes, absolutely. So we have access to it. Some people are like, oh, I've got some crypto, but I don't have access to it. Well, you got the wrong type and the wrong type of wallet because you want to, not your keys, not your coins. We have our own decentralized wallet, that non-custodial wallet that we own and control. So only us, Peter and you have access to your assets.
Exactly.
Right?
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Well, before we go, I'm going to ask you this. What is like one or two of your favorite projects?
Ooh, it's tough to narrow down, but if I were to narrow it down, I would honestly say that Grow is a really strong project because of what it's disrupting. It's really hard to narrow it down to one or two, but if I were to say three, let's talk about Grow first.
Okay.
So Grow gives everybody the capability of increasing their utility by being able to take the Grow tokens that they receive in their rewards and be able to actually buy meats and goods with that particular product. And there's a QR code that's attached to those goods, which actually tell you what type of animal it's coming from, what kind of food that they ate. So you are able to see that the food that this animal has eaten has been ethically sourced and grown. And so you're able to confirm exactly what you are eating, which is incredible.
I love that. I was talking to Lori Gassamy earlier, and I know her husband Danny had bought like a bunch of beef from the Rural Ranch Farms using his Grow token. So we took a picture. I wish I had it here so I could show it, of her holding up the meat from her freezer. She's like, "We're never gonna have to buy meat again with dollars."
No, it's incredible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely incredible. But that's just one of the many projects. I mean, you have Rev, you have R-Link, you have Element. I mean, Element, another one that I think is a little bit undervalued because they're basically taking ethical mining and they're taking the child trafficking completely out of the mining whatsoever. So you won't have to worry about somebody actually doing things that are, blood diamonds or anything like that. None of that's going to be going on with this company. And there's verifiable proof that it's not going on as well. And they actually just came out with something called an offset bracelet. And this
I
offset
gotta get that.
bracelet is so cool because you wear the bracelet and 50% of it goes back to underprivileged communities to help them build their communities in Africa. And the other 50% goes to the company, but you also have a mining piece that's right on your actual bracelet, which also allows you to earn in the element token.
Wow.
So that's absolutely incredible. Great use case, great utility, really affordable, only $50 for people to buy. So really fantastic.
Yeah, I definitely want to buy one of those. I got to meet Scott and a lot of the other brand presidents, CEOs as well. And I want to highlight, if you don't mind, I want to go to this Galvin and then switch. So on my phone, because I've been a big health and wellness person, I actually downloaded this Galvin app. And when I exercise and do some other actions, I can actually earn what's called eyes tokens from taking the actions to be healthy. And there's a lot more utility and things they're working on with the token. But if you're into health and wellness, if you believe that you should own your own health records and it shouldn't be at the doctors and then you got to fight to try to get your records from the hospital. I mean, it's just a lot of efficiencies that blockchain technology is putting towards health and wellness and improving just healthcare in general. And then I don't have a slide for this one, but I love Revo. So Revo is the first rideshare company on the blockchain, ladies and gentlemen. And it's rideshare done better. It's about power to the people instead of the shareholders. So literally, our slogan is the riders pay less, the drivers make more, and with every ride, someone earns digital rewards. So, yes, the drivers get paid in dollars, but they can also earn Rev token as they get great 5-star ratings and have give people great riding experiences. The riders earn as well. But the greatest way to earn Rev token is to own a node. So Peter and I own nodes. And with my Revo node every day, I'm getting a little over 3,000 Rev tokens every single day. Like I've been mining maybe 2 months or something. I checked today. I have over 200,000 tokens already. So it's just a wonderful, wonderful thing. So if I know we're at 18 minutes now. So if any of what we said has just piqued your interest, get in touch with Peter, get in touch with me. Peter, what's your number?
201-396-6919.
Give it one more time.
201-396-6919.
And so you can call Peter or you can call me Boomy, 980-888-2000, 980-888-2000. We're just excited about growing this community, ushering in the adoption of this space, just increasing people in awareness and knowledge and helping people to have a great quality projects in their portfolio. No fluff, no hype, no pie in the sky, real blockchain with a purpose. So Mr. Live, what's some closing words you have for everyone?
Some closing words I would say is when I first looked at this opportunity was 2017 when they first came out with the Gala node, and I saw the Gala node at $1,000 each.
Wow.
Key word is I saw the Gala node for $1,000 each. There was no value to the token. There was minimal utility. And the next time I saw it again was 6 months later, and it was almost $3,000 a token for a node. And then the next time I saw it again, it was 25,000.
Wow.
Completely out of reach. So
And
This,
now they're over 100, and you can't even get them, I heard, right?
yep, and they went from no value of the token to 83 cents of the token to its
Mhm.
max point. So, we don't know what's going to happen with any of these other specific projects,
Right.
but at the same time, even if they did a fraction of what Gala did, it's going to be impressive for anybody who has a node.
Absolutely. So, hey, we're excited. So don't be like Peter. At least he thought. Like I had a friend, Peter, who when I was first introduced to nodes, he was like, "Oh man, I love this. I've made $1 million with nodes. So I'm gonna be all over this." And I'm like, $1 million with nodes. It was the Gala node. And I'm like, why didn't you come to me and tell me?
Yep.
Like I'd never even heard of nodes. And he made $1 million, personal friend of mine. But we know people who've made a lot more than that now, right? We're way a bunch more. So just to can't make any promises, but we know we have something great in our hands with a lot of great upside potential. As Tony always says, high risk, high reward, but it's pretty special what we have a hold of. So ladies and gentlemen, hope you've enjoyed that information. Get back with us because we want to help you to reach your financial destination and to learn more about blockchain technology. Thank you.